Okay, here's one you've been waiting for, the Wynn Palace Casino, and there's a little show starting right now. Chiquinha, Chiquinha. Let's go check out the room. Chiquinha. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe. And hit the like button. Okay, so I'm going to be coming into the Wynn Casino, and actually throughout, I tried to put this video up twice, and there's just so much music that's like a music soundtrack in this casino. I couldn't get away from it, so instead I'm just going to narrate it. I just cut out all my narration that I was doing when I was there, but you can see me coming into the back side. So this particular video, I'm coming through. This is where all the this is COVID-19 time period, so just remember that. So this is what you're going to be seeing during this time period. And it's pretty empty. There's a couple people coming out. So I think when I first get in, I kind of talking about how I don't see any buses or taxis or anything. And, here's a guy right here with a heater, the heat scanner. So they put this to your forehead. But he let me go. So I don't know what that's all about. And this is kind of the main look of the lobby. And basically in this area, I'll try to describe the casino. There's a big show up front, so near the end you're going to see this big show with some pretty cool, I don't know what you call those either, but you'll definitely see those later. And this little area is basically like around the perimeter, and it's kind of a box shape. So as you go around, you'll see little, what do you call them, displays? And so some of them are quite colorful. But to do the whole round of this whole casino would take quite a while. And also I can't go into the casino floor. So a lot of people really want to see me go on the casino floor, but I cannot. I'm not allowed to go in there with a camera. Definitely not with a camera. They will delete my film. So all I can really do is just film the perimeter part. And in this particular video, I'm going to be going through the ground floor one. And actually there is more to see in this casino, but this video would probably be 30 minutes maybe, or 45 minutes. And I'd rather just, let you see exactly what's in here. So for one, you can see this little restaurant, and it's too bad that I had to cut out all the songs and the sound, because I do have a little interaction here with somebody in here. So I'm checking it out, and I'm like, oh, pronto. And here comes up the lady, and I guess she wants to go get a menu. But I think I started asking her some questions about what kind of casino it is or whatever. But yeah, they're really friendly and nice. And I think this particular one it was Italian. So I remember as I was there, I was like, oh, that's really, I didn't say it to her, but it was like, oh, this is like 150 or something like that for pasta. And that's like about over 20 American dollars. So, usually when you make pasta, I just make it at home. So it's a couple dollars. So I don't know about you guys, but I usually don't eat Italian. If you do, let me know. Let me know if you eat Italian pasta and spaghetti when you go out. I guess some people might, based on the sauces, I guess. Okay, that's up in the ceilings there. Yeah, and actually I could see myself up in the mirrors up above. It's mirrors that you can basically see back down on you again. And I think, some of the... Oh, right there. Actually, that's part of the casino floor. I'm not supposed to put my camera that way. But actually, when you do put it that way, you can't really see anything because you have to go all the way in, and then you have to go to the left or right. And those would be the casino floors. This one right here is a Japanese restaurant. So I had to cut out all the music and sound, but I'm kind of talking about the COVID-19, and that's the reason everything's empty. And it's kind of interesting that that's roped off, but everything is set up perfectly. It's so clean. It looks like they clean it every day. They set it up all new again. And what's that called? Havana. So yeah, actually, and there's all these kind of little side rooms in here too, and definitely a lot of like jewelry and high-end expensive shopping. And actually, I'm going to be finding this really cool restaurant as well. It's going to be around the corner. And these are some of the things that are in the median that are kind of like flower arrangement, and sometimes they can be really extravagant. But without the tourists, I think some of these have fresh flowers every day. They bring in fresh flowers, and they're pretty massive. And that's the COVID-19 Sichuan moon. So I became particularly interested in Sichuan moon because I think I'm going to come up really close, and then you can start seeing the menu. And I'm kind of talking about the prices. And this is like a huge course meal for a very expensive price. And also then I think later I find out, like I don't really know my restaurant stuff very well, but you can see that. And basically it's like one of the highest level winner of the Asia's 50th best restaurants. So, but it's like just incredibly high quality, incredibly high priced. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like sometimes I kind of I don't really think about like how amazing some of the restaurants are. So that was actually pretty impressive. And here we're, I think this one, I'm kind of looking around a little bit, and this is kind of the regular shopping again. And I think when I get down here, I have a close call. So what happens here is I'm kind of looking at the different options, and I'm kind of looking down that way, and I'm like, okay, that's the casino floor. And I'm like, and I think I started explaining like, oh, there's a casino floor. I can't bring my camera down there, but that's, basically what it would look like if I could. And then I started kind of going around, and then this guy started calling me. He's like, sir, you're not supposed to film there. And then, and so I was like, oh, sorry, but it's like that, like, that's always the thing, right? Like, they're like, nope, like, that's not acceptable. Okay. Anyways, what I did after I saw him, I basically just turned off the camera for a little while, but then I was like, oh, okay. Now I kind of want to show this little part because I'm at one of these corners, and there's definitely more to see, but there's this is kind of the theme when you're in here, and there's like one of these, I think, at every corner, I think, and they put in fresh flowers every day, and actually when it's not a COVID time, it's completely filled. And then at this point, I could have either went outside, I could have went up to the second floor, and there's like a what is it called, a rooftop with a bunch of cool stuff up there, but I think it's a little bit better to see that during the daytime, I think. So I was like, I'm going to go outside because it's definitely cool outside. And this is what you probably want to see when you're here anyways, because you can see the lighting in the exterior part. And this is just really beautiful in the daytime and the nighttime. And in the background is MGM. That's the three colored buildings. And then over here, you can see this dragon, and you can see a little, what do you call those little things? Those little cable cars? Yeah, there's a cable car up above me. But I think right at this moment, I'm kind of talking about all the lights, and there's a lot of restaurants and stuff that overlooks this whole waterway too, so people can sit and watch it from there. And then this dragon right here is kind of a what's it called, a corner piece, kind of a corner piece where people can when they go around the corner up there, you can see those little cable cars. There's one up there, so it'll go around the corner up there, and so you're kind of like right in front of the face if you do ride it. And I think actually here too, I'm also explaining how. Originally, when I first came here, it was extremely crowded when it first opened up. There was people absolutely everywhere, and I went into the casino first, and then I was with some other people, so we were gonna ride and take one of these cable cars out. Like, okay, it's gonna be, I think it was 100 or 200 each, which is like $12 or $25 just to ride it to get back to where we're at right here. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. So I just walked out. And then when I got out over on this side where I'm walking now, I found out that it's free. So it's free to take the cable cars into the casino. But if you want to take it out of the casino, then it's going to cost you money, which is basically pretty smart thinking, just to kind of, capitalize and get people into your casino, but not necessarily, you don't want to encourage them to leave, right? But yeah, those are the cable cars. And I'm going to get a little closer too, so you can see. And this is also the train station to the right as well. So this is all new. COVID happened right after the train opened. Pretty much right after it opened, like just a couple of weeks. So that would be bringing all kinds of tourists in, but it is what it is at the moment, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer, and basically there's a station right there, and then to the left is these cable cars, and I hope I'm gonna keep the camera steady. I think I'm kind of talking about how they go up into the sky right there. But when they're right there, they kind of botch up really close. So I guess like the way that they come in, they keep them that way so that people can go in and out. So I'm just gonna stabilize on it for like 20 seconds probably. And you can just see how people can get in and off the platform, and then the doors will close and up you go. So it's kind of a cool little system. And then when you're up there, it's really secure, and it's pretty amazing, depending if you're afraid of heights or not. But yeah, actually, was it like three or four at one time? Three of them right now. So maybe 3 to 4, I guess. And at this moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm just going to film. And actually, what I was going to do right at this moment was I was going to take the subway and finish this video But then when I get up there, this is what happens. There's they start blaring Frank Sinatra music in a minute. Here, this is before the songs come on. Actually, throughout this entire video, there's just music constantly throughout the whole thing. So I tried to put this up twice, but I just kept getting it blocked because there's just too much copyright music in it. It's like I was doing a soundtrack or something like that. So I tried to get rid of this whole clip because this is this loud Frank Sinatra that was blaring out me even speaking. And so I think I'm yelling in there, and I'm talking about those little cable cars and how small and tiny they are, and just how amazing it would be during a show to be in a cable car. But actually, they're amazing anytime, but especially during a show, because you're gonna see it. It's gonna start. I think any second here. I guess it hasn't quite started yet. There it is right now. So yeah, I turned my camera on because it's like, dang, there's a whole show going. And I think I just kind of stay here and film. But then also, like you can see, it's pretty interesting because look at the way the casino is built. So that means that almost all those people that have rooms, they're all just looking directly into the show, onto the show. And then also, of course, the cable cars and also people that are on the trains too. So, I have ridden the trains by this casino, going by this casino, and it's kind of cool. It makes you want to get out of the train and stop, So. It's actually a pretty good system because when it first opened, there was no train there. So I remember like, oh, this is kind of strange. The cable cars are just kind of in the middle of nowhere. You have to walk up there, and then slowly they built the train around it. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like now it's really cool because like I could see somebody being on the train and like, oh wow, there's a show. And then of course, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get out and you're gonna crowd around right where I'm at. There'd probably be like tons of people. Like COVID-19, it's not like that, right? So then, and then what do you want to do? So now you're just like, oh, naturally you want to, you're going to see those cable cars and you're like, oh yeah, I want to be on a cable car. So then that brings you into the casino. Then once you're at the casino, you're going to be spending money at this particular one. There goes a little blare of light. That's pretty cool. Ooh, there we go. And there's that little, I think right there I'm commenting about how cool that would be to see that kind of explosion and sound. And actually, to be honest, it is pretty amazing with the loud music. Frank Sinatra doing New York, New York. And actually, right here, I'm trying so hard to get away. And it's like, okay, I'm going to conclude. I was like, oh, you can't leave in the middle of a song. It's like just so powerful and so cool. But actually, I've seen this many times. So I kind of want to keep it on film, and I can't leave the film. It's like in the middle of a song. Especially with a good song. But anyways, it's kind of cool just to film it. And there are two of these. Wynn palaces. Oh, there's one Wynn and one Wynn palace. So there's another Wynn on the Macau side, and this is in the Cotai or Taipa side. Just a little geography of Macau. There's basically like two main masses on one of the north part, which is like a peninsula, and then the southern part is an island. And there's 3 bridges that connect them. So this particular casino is very large on both sides. So this is the Cotai side, and there's another one on the Macau side. And the Macau side has been there a lot longer. This one maybe came about a year ago, I think, and then the other one's been there for at least 7 years, maybe 10 years. But the other one's really cool too. I mean, this one is even more impressive because they have even more real estate. But the other one's pretty cool, and I always like the other one too because the show is not quite as huge as this one but it's still just as spectacular and still just as powerful. So a lot of times I'll just sit and watch it if I'm in that area. And but yeah, anyways, this is the Wynn Palace. If you want me to do some other casino videos, I can, but this is one of the better ones for sure. Some of them you can't really go in because it's just casino floors, and then this one and Venetian, Parisian, and some of these other ones are like more like have a lot of cool stuff all around them. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this one, and yeah, make some comments below. If you put some comments below, puts me on the algorithm more too, so that's all good. And yeah, let me know, what you think. Just make some comment and I'll comment back. Especially if you made it all the way here, I'll be impressed. Let me know that you made it all the way to the end. All right. Okay. Thanks for the support here.